Leicester City have secured promotion back to the Premier League. But look at their team. How on earth are they going to survive in the world's best league? Well, for starters, they've got me. That's right, I'm going to manage Leicester City throughout their journey in the Premier League, and my goal is simple: to replicate that fairy tale story. That's right, back in 2016, Leicester City did the impossible by winning the Premier League. We're going to have to try and do that again with Leicester. But let's be honest, there's no Riyad Mahrez in our team. There's no N'Golo Conte. We do have Jamie Vardy, but it's a 37-year-old version of him. That's not going to do us any good. I think the approach with Leicester City is going to have to be different. More long-term. We need to have a project here. And if we can develop the right players, make the smart signings, maybe in 4 or 5 seasons, we could have a Leicester team challenging for the Premier League title. Maybe even go beyond that, winning the Champions League. But hold up, for the first season at least, our goal is to get Leicester City to just survive the Premier League. Maybe actually even push for a mid-table finish. But I don't think that's going to be easy, because look at the squad. It honestly doesn't look all that impressive. We've got Dewsbury Hall, probably our most talented player, our captain as well. I'm definitely going to build a team around him. Steffi Mavididi, the 25-year-old winger, is another player that could prove to be very useful to us. And then there's Abdul Fatawu from Ghana, 74 rated, 19 years old. The last time an African balled out at Leicester City, it was Riyad Mahrez. I think Abdul Fatawu could be the key to everything for us. Oh wow, but he's only on loan here from Sporting. That's got to change. Well, I think before we even think of any other signings, we need to make that Fatawu deal a permanent one. How much budget do we have though? 56 million. That's decent, but for a Premier League team that's just promoted, nowhere near enough. Okay, but let's try and get a good deal on Abdul Fatawu. We need to make this permanent and for as cheap as possible. I'm trying 7.5 million as my first offer, and they're willing to work with me. Let's go. And there you go. Another future African star has joined Leicester City. I mean, we already had Abdul at the club, only on loan, but I think this is going to be one of the most important signings we've made. With Abdul Fatawu and Mavididi on either side, I think we're looking good for the attack. Except it's time to make a big decision with Jamie Vardy. We need to phase him out. He's anyway retiring at the end of the season. Thank you, Jamie Vardy, but it's time for someone else to step up. And maybe that someone else is Kelechi Iheanacho. Could even be Patson Daka, two very similar strikers, both African again. But now we'll give the spot to Iheanacho, but whoever can perform better throughout the season will get that spot. Where we really need to invest our money is the defense. Otherwise, players like Haaland, Mo Salah, Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, they're all going to have a field day against this Leicester team. 48 million, and I think we need to go all in someone reliable at the back. And that someone is Harry. Nah, guys, I'm kidding. There's no way we're bringing Maguire back. But I have found the perfect player, Alessandro Buongiorno. Italian centre-back, 79 rated, 24 years old. And you know, back when Leicester won the Premier League, they had an Italian manager. Maybe a bit of that connection coming through for us. Now, this deal was expensive, 30 million. But we've got our man Alessandro, and I'm hoping he could become the next Maldini. Okay, that might be a bit too much. Buongiorno is a massive upgrade. What about the goalkeeper position? In the past, Kasper Schmeichel was leading the Leicester backline, and that's when they had most of their success. But now Leicester City have got another Danish goalkeeper, Mads Hermansen, 75 rated, only 22 years old. I'm kind of inclined to develop him, because yup, if we chuck him on a development plan, I think he could be the next Kasper Schmeichel for us. That's the team we've got right now. I still want to make more improvements, and we do have 17 million left, but let's first make our way to January to just see where the team's currently at. But before that, today's video is sponsored by Quid. They make digital sports trading cards, and they've just partnered with Man City to launch their exclusive collection, and I've got early access. Look at how cool this pack looks. Okay, I'm opening my first one. I love the animation and everything. Ooh, and I'm getting, okay, Ruben Diaz. That's pretty awesome, I'd say. Oscar Bob, a young talent. Not too bad for my first pack on Quid. This is just like Ultimate Team, but you can actually sell these digital cards and cash out. But the key is you gotta hit the big bounty players, like a one-of-one Erling Haaland shiny. That's worth about $5,000. Or a one-of-one Kevin De Bruyne shiny. Apart from that, this Man City set also has redemption cards, which could give you replica kits in real life, autographed kits, and even exclusive access to a Man City practice session. Do you know what? Let's open another pack and see what I can get. Ooh, and this time it's two different Erling Haalands. positions. I think one is more premium than the other, and we've also got a Jeremy Doku. There are hundreds of amazing football cards to collect, and I want to see what you guys can pack. All collectors get 2 free packs, and the Manchester City collection drops on 2nd May, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. In the description below, there's a link to get your free packs, and make sure to use the promo code S2G Quid. Okay, this is fun. I'm gonna open another pack. Yo, I just got Pep Guardiola. Now back to the video. And oh wow, 20 games into the season, we're right in the mix of a relegation battle. Just 2 points clear of Wolves. Nah, this is not where we want to be. If we just end up yo-yoing between the Premier League and the Championship, we're never gonna get Leicester City that Premier League title. Oh, somehow we've got more money to spend now in January, about 27 million. I think we're gonna need to make a signing to just help with our survival. Guys, why does it feel like a certain player's missing? No way, Wilfred Ndidi left us for Newcastle United. That's why our budget was increased a bit. That's a bummer, because I was expecting to build the team around him. We do have Harry Winks in that position. He should be fine. But now we've got decisions to make. Which position do we end up improving? Do you know what? I'm looking at the stats for the season. Yo, Dennis Pride, 0 goals, 3 assists. That's it. I think we need more in our midfield. Could we actually sign Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest? 23 years old, 79 rated. Oh my days. He's broken his tailbone and is out for the next 5 months. Can you imagine if I ended up signing him? We would have been mudded. Okay, I have found another option in Facundo Farias. The Argentinian has been playing with Leo Messi at Inter Miami. Surely that would have taught him a thing or two. And he's only 21. Could be a great acquisition. Oh, but it's gonna be tough to sign him. I don't even know if we've got the money. Let's just chuck in a £20 million offer. And they've kicked us out. Oh, this is gonna be a struggle to sign him. Only way we can pull this off is by selling a couple of players. Tom Cannon, one of our backup strikers, sold for 2.8. And even Dennis Bright has been sold to Fulham. Okay, we've raised some money. We're up to 34 million now. And yes, that's more than enough to sign Facundo Farias. Even with Farias coming in, I'm really unsure if we're gonna survive the Premier League. Alright, we've made it to the end and I cannot see Leicester City anywhere, and that's obviously a good thing. Wait a minute, where did we actually finish? 9th in the league? Yo! First season back in the Premier League, Leicester City finished 9th. I'm actually surprised. How did we make such a comeback in half a season? Well, it was because Patson Daka delivered 25 goals this season. By the way, between Daka and Iheanacho, it's now a no contest. We're gonna trust Patson Daka. And also, look at new signing Facundo Farias coming in with 6 goals, 6 assists. Captain Dewsbury Hall as well. With this Leicester City team, we are indeed cooking something. I think we've steered the ship clear of danger. We're now a mid-table club. But from next season onwards, it's kind of time to start dreaming bigger. Okay, for season 2, I've definitely got a lot more hopes and ambitions. Because now our team looks a lot better. Partly because there's been a ton of growth. Facundo Farias up to a 79. Dewsbury Hall up to an 80. If the board is giving us funds, I really think we could do damage this season. 54 million. That's pretty much our same budget from last season. This is what causes Premier League clubs to just remain where they are, unable to ever break through into the top 6. But hey, we're gonna have to figure something out. Okay, this season we might have a way to just generate some funds by selling a few players, including the likes of James Justin. And there you go, James Justin's off to Real Betis. We cashed in on him. The reason I sold James Justin was because Victor Christiansen is back from his loan spell. And look at his stats. I think we should be trusting him to be our #1 left back. He's also just 21 years old. And okay, at least with that, we've gotten our budget up to 71 million. Now that should be enough to figure stuff out. I'm thinking we bring in a new CDM, someone to accompany Dewsbury Hall and Farias in that midfield, and also possibly another centre-back. And we could be in a great spot. And you know what? If you remember how Leicester won the league back then, a lot of their scouting was focused on Ligue 1. That's because there they managed to get a lot of amazing deals, and maybe that's how our focus should be too. For example, 25-year-old Facundo Medina, not many people know about him. He plays for RC Lens, and we've managed to sign him for just 28 million. I swear if this guy was English, his value would have doubled instantly. But hey, that's why we're looking at Liga for opportunities. And I think we could be in for another bargain pickup. Yusuf Fofana, 25-year-old CDM. Look at that, Sevilla have already found found this opportunity and signed him up, how much is he going to cost us? Guys, if you look at his stats and everything, he could be that Conte replacement Leicester City have been trying to find. 30 million. Can we pull this off? Oh, I don't think it's happening, boys. Now that he's moved to La Liga, it's going to be tough to get him. But there are still some more hidden opportunities in Liga. Mohamed Kamara. He's not French. Plays for Monaco, though. And that's another deal we've snapped up for just 21 million. Definitely our backline now looks so much stronger. But the one worry I've got, Patson Daka. He had a great last season, but I'm not sure if I can trust someone that's just 77 rated. And he's 25. I don't know how much longer can he keep growing. But just because Patson put in an incredible last season, we'll give him another run out and see if he can continue that form. End of the season, and we have got Leicester City back amongst the big boys. It's taken us a couple of seasons, but 6th in the Premier League. And oh my days, Patson Daka has repaid the fate tenfold. 30 goal season, are you kidding me? Also, Abdul Fatawu absolutely balled out as well. Overall wise, the growth has been steady, but if we can keep this up, maybe we could start seeing Leicester City in the Champions League very soon. By the way, over 68% of you guys that watch my videos have not subscribed to the channel, and that really makes me sad. So yeah, if you could just help out by subscribing, that would be amazing. Okay guys, I think it's now fair to say that Leicester are one of the big boys in the Premier League. Okay, maybe it's a bit too early for that, but I've got 3 objectives that I feel if we can complete, Leicester City would be #1 in the Premier League. Winning a domestic cup, doesn't matter if it's the Carabao or the FA Cup, winning the Premier League of course, and finally winning the Champions League. Now we don't need to be perfect and do the treble, we just need to get all of these done somehow. And looks like the board agree with me too, and they've upped our budget from last season up to 77 million. I appreciate that. I think the plan this season, go all in on a left winger, because that's one of the last weaknesses left in this squad. Because if you look at Steffi Mavididi, he's 27. How much more can he actually grow? Getting in a better player just makes sense. And I don't know why, but Marcus Rashford actually seems affordable. His career at Man United is just falling off. He's even joined Bayern Munich in this save. But now, bringing him back to the Premier League where I think he'll be the most effective, in our new Leicester system, being one of the leaders, I think could be absolutely amazing. It all depends though how much we're gonna have to fork out for him, but if we can get a good deal on this, like say 44 million, that would be just unbelievable. Oh my days. I cannot believe how Marcus Rashford has fallen off this badly. For about 45 million, we're gonna be able to sign him. If you would have told me we'd be signing Marcus Rashford at some point, I'd be like, nah, impossible. But would you believe it? We've actually pulled this off, and let's hope Rashford can revive his career at Leicester City. We still have 18 million left. There's a certain Irishman that I think would be a perfect right back for us. Connor Bradley. Currently playing for PSG. Okay, he's doing well for himself. But look at that. Ricardo Pereira is getting older. Now is the time to replace him. The only way we can pull this off is through a swap deal. So it better work. We're putting Ricardo Pereira in there. Let's chuck another 7 million. Come on, PSG. Make this happen for me. Okay, they are willing to do this, but they do want a lot more money, which is definitely understandable. Okay, let's meet at 12 million, and there you go. And with that, we've got our right back. We've actually built an incredible Leicester team. If these players can keep going higher and higher in their overalls, I think we might soon start seeing some silverware. Okay, no silverware, but we have managed to qualify for Champions League next season. This is the first step to get Leicester City amongst the top European clubs. Oh, but looks like no sign of silverware this season. We got knocked out in the FA Cup semis. But wait, we were in the Europa League, and we have reached the final. Nah, man, Leicester City's first ever European trophy. We can actually pull it off right here, right now, and it's done. Kamara in the 106th minute. Leicester City are Europa League winners. The funny thing is, this does not count towards any of our challenges, because the Europa League is not the Champions League, nor is it a domestic cup competition. But I guess it's at least instilling a winning mentality in this team. And oh wow, is our team looking ready for Season 4. Facundo Farias up to an 87 overall overall at just 23. He's turning out to being our best signing. Even Abdul Fattawu just keeps getting better. And even around these two, the quality of this team is just constantly going up. But there's still two things we need to discuss. Patson Daka. He's been consistently scoring 25-30 goals for us every season. But is this his limit? Can he really go above from an 81 overall? I really don't know, but it feels like we're constantly doubting him and he's constantly delivering. So I'll give him another season. But I'll be honest, this Danish left back that we trusted, his overall has not moved. And that means this season, what we really need is a big money left back. The good thing is the Champions League money has started to come in, but I don't want to go overboard and make crazy signings. I think we've got a fantastic core of a team. Let's make a sensible transfer that fits our team. I definitely thought about bringing Ben Chilwell back to Leicester, but I think at the stage we are, a signing like S2G would be a lot better. And so we've acquired the services of the Ecuadorian. Honestly, guys, this is such a well-balanced team, but are we ready to start winning the big trophies? I mean, since we won the Europa League, we're going to be playing Real Madrid in the Super Cup final. Okay, there cannot be a more difficult test than this. Let's see how the Leicester City team we've built fares. And no surprises, Real Madrid owned us. But hey guys, it's a process. I'm sure we'll learn from that experience. Well, the cup final experience has certainly helped because we've made it to another final, this time the Carabao Cup. And you guys know one of the challenges we've got is winning a domestic trophy, and yup, this counts. But I don't know if this team that we've built is right now good enough to get a result against City. I'm nervous, man. I really am nervous. Let's see if we can get a result against City. And oh my days, Patson Daka, we can never doubt him ever again. He's just got us a trophy with an 89th minute winner. That's the Carabao Cup ticked off. Can we maybe win the Premier League this season too? And yep, we're still far away from a Premier League title, 10 points off Manchester City. The thing is, I just don't know where we're lacking. It's clearly not Patson Daka, even though he's one of the lowest rated players in the team. He keeps scoring a consistent 30 goal season almost every time. Abdul Fattawu is 89 rated. Farias is 89 too. I think it's just a few pieces that we're missing that if we can get right, the Premier League is there for the taking. What about the Champions League? We were in this competition this season and we finished second in our group, but we couldn't get past the round of 16. 4 seasons of hard work with Leicester. We've got our Carabao Cup, a Europa League, but in the major competitions, it feels like we haven't made a dent. We're kicking off season 5 with a superstar signing, William Saliba from Arsenal. We need a rock at the back if we want to win the Premier League, and at this point, I don't think we can do better than Saliba. With Saliba coming in, I'm fully expecting us to fight for the Premier League, but I think for that, we're going to need a few of our players to go above that 90 overall. That's when I think it'll be possible. Halfway through the season and I'm starting to dream we're top of the league, and I don't see Man City, Arsenal or Liverpool anywhere near. This could be our season. And as I said, getting 90 plus rated players are going to be important if we want to pull this off, and we've already got 3. But time to see if we can finish the job. End of the season, and yes, we've done enough to make Leicester City Premier League champions. It's taken us almost 5 seasons, but we've done it in style. A 14-point gap between us and Aston Villa. This team has actually pulled it off. Yo, Patson Daka, man. I'm so glad we trusted him. Almost every season he's delivered the big numbers. It's actually incredible. And Abdul Fattawu as well. These two have literally been our versions of Jamie Vardy and Riyad Mahrez. Okay, Marcus Rashford. Those stats are incredibly sus. Doesn't matter because we're Premier League champions. That's our second challenge ticked off. The only thing that's left, Champions League. Okay, we've not started off well. Second in the group. That's never good. Oh, but we have knocked out AC Milan this time. And Benfica, but it was close, just on penalties. Semi-finals, got through Monaco by 1 goal. Wait, that means we're in the final against Man City. This season itself, we could complete our project with Leicester. All we gotta do is win the Champions League. Yo, I want to see how good Abdul Fattawu is. Does he have the Mahrez vibes? And okay, so far, that dribbling and passing does remind me a bit of Mahrez. Does he have a good left foot, though? Let's test it out. Oh, big save, Edison. And here's the little Argentinian we've got in our team, Facundo Farias. Oh, what a ball that is. Marcus Rashford. Oh, he's managed to score. Let's go. Right before halftime, we take the lead. You guys remember seeing Rashford's stats this season? Bro literally did nothing, but he's the one to score in a Champions League final for us. All right, we just got to do it again. 45 minutes. We can beat City here. Yo, Farias' dribbling literally reminds me of Leo Messi. This is actually crazy. Bro has literally walked through the defense. Farias with the chip. Oh, that is brilliant. It might have just won us the Champions League. And also, throughout this game, we've had literally no worries of conceding. Because throughout this game, I've just been running around with Kamara, making crazy tackles. Bro is literally the next N'Golo Kanté. Look at him just block all the passing angles. And there you go, boys. Full time. In 5 seasons, we've got Leicester City, the ultimate glory in football, the Champions League. Now, guys, we legit built a super team. And with that, we've ticked off our 3rd and final challenge of winning the Champions League. With that, our job here at Leicester is done. But if you want to see me try and fix Coventry City, now that was a proper championship challenge, click here to watch that.